Hi everyone, and welcome to another video. Today I'm stepping aside from controversy, maybe, and I'm riding my vintage Canyon Ultimate to central London, to the West End. Yes, because even though it's nice to ride on your day off in the hills and suffer the pain on the long rides, I still like to go to town. So we will go to the West End, and yes, there will be a bike ride with a bit of tourist information as well. I'm leaving Wimbledon, so a very quiet, leafy area, through Parkside, which is a very nice segment. I do this segment most of the time during the week for commuting. Maybe it's my favorite one. So you can push a little bit harder as well, and you can combine your ride to London with a couple of nice efforts. Coming from southwest London, Putney Bridge is the convenient way to cross the river and going north, and this will lead me straight to one of the local attractions on Lookings Road, a brand new bike shop. Yes, very new bike shop, opened 5 months ago. Really fantastic selection of bikes inside the shop, workshop. Very nice addition to this part of town, and it's, yes, good for a first quick stop. Going through King's Road, now the luxury road, SW3 in Chelsea, with its own show as well. Now used to be a private road for the king to reach his manor castle next to the River Thames. Now is of course where you can see some of the celebrities, the supercars and the Pinarellos and Colnago riding in the wild. Just next to Sloane Square, you can see Pavilion Road. It's very little jam, a very narrow street with some small shops, restaurant. Very nice, and highly recommended if you come through this area. Coming from Chelsea, King's Road, then Sloane Street will take you to Knightsbridge, and Knightsbridge is of course the home of the big department store, luxury department store Harrods, and at the same time here we do have the Ecuadorian embassy, and that balcony is the one where Julian Assange made a couple of speeches where he used to be locked in the embassy. I remember there was a huge police presence to make sure that he would not escape, but of course they could not get him while he was staying at the embassy. Now this is the back of Harrods, the luxury superstore. Of course it's a bit quiet Saturday morning, but later on this will be of course buzzing with supercar, and that is why most of the supercar and luxury cars are developed to impress your fellow billionaire while riding and be dropped here in front of Harrods. And yes, millions spent in engineering wasted for a couple of 100 meters of road. Yes, going from Knightsbridge and approaching the West End, we do have this quite striking building. It's the complex developed by the Kennedy brothers. At that time was dubbed to be the most expensive location for sure in the UK, if not in the world. And apparently there's a flat, huge flat of course, penthouse, that is completely sealed also against a chemical attack, something out of a James Bond movie. But yes, this is London, where, you know, the excess and extreme can survive all along together. Yes, definitely Knightsbridge is at the heart of luxury. Of course, Harrods over there, Harvey Nichols, another luxury department store there. And my back, the Mandarin Oriental, used to be Pavarotti's favorite hotel, and the new Nusret restaurants over there, when you can get a overpriced steak, I'm sure delicious, at your disposal, even with gold leaf. Here at the French Embassy is also a nice place to cut through, exit a bit of traffic, and cut through Hyde Park, so you can experience also some quiet riding, even though you are approaching the very busy part of town at the West End. Today, guys, I am in my 50 Shades of Grey version, thanks to Siroko. As usual, you can shop with an extra 10% discount using my link, and I'm really grateful again to Siroko for sending such nice kit. And yes, if you want to shop, you get 10% extra discount, and I got a small slice as well. Thank you again. So back in busy traffic, maybe one of the busiest roundabout that we have here, Wellington Arch. And my back, Apsley House, the house that was gifted to the Duke of Wellington for defeating Napoleon. At my back, what used to be St. George's Hospital now is a luxury hotel. I guess, yeah, they have priorities. And from here, the easiest way would be to go through Piccadilly straight to the West End. I do prefer here to go through Buckingham Palace and St. James's, because it's much more beautiful and a lot more to see. We are riding alongside the fence of Buckingham Palace garden, the largest private garden in the UK. That is where the Queen used to host the summer parties for normal people to join and experience a bit of royalty. A bit of luck, I also got the Royal Guards parade in the video, and yes, was a nice addition. Prince Charles' residence on my left, you can't really see very well. Yeah, there she comes. And we are riding the Mall, the large road they use for the official parades. Yes, one of the most iconic places in the whole of London, St. James's Palace, a historical castle in the middle of town in pure Tudor style. It's one of the, again, greatest sightseeing of this fantastic city. The element I really like about London is this layering of different eras and the spirit of preservation they kept in maintaining the older structure and not redeveloping on top of that, so you can still see a different history, different layer of architecture over the years. This is when I go to Piccadilly. Yes, I always take this approach. Yes, because I do like the scenery and the road. Yeah, there might be a couple of other reasons. Yes, the pilgrimage of Pinarello shop in London is of course a must-see. Yes, I come here and they usually have to remove the drooling from the windows. Let's have a look. They do have, yes, a Prince, a Dogma, and fantastic, beautiful, fantastic black Dogma F, and also a vintage Dogma F with rim brakes. I wonder if nowadays a vintage product they will give it away at a discount. Let me ask. Such a shame the shop is still closed. It's a bit early on Saturday. Yes, I couldn't ask about the Dogma F in rim brakes. Anyway, maybe another time. when my Black American Express comes through the post. I'm still waiting for it. We are, of course, at the heart of the West End in London, between Piccadilly and Leicester Square. It's called West End because, comparing to the original centre of London that used to be in the city, which is at the east of the town now, this used to be the far end, so the West End, where you used to go, yes, to see theatres, entertainment. So it used to be the furthest part of the town, while Chelsea and the rest of the southwest were really considered out of town. Chelsea used to be a fishing village. So this, again, yes, used to be the home for the big buildings to host entertainment. At that time there were no cinemas or any technology involved in entertainment, so you used to have these huge buildings to host I don't know, horse races at the Hippodrome, for example, the Strongest Man show. Anything that in the Victorian age used to be your entertainment before, of course, cinema and television. Here a very beautiful stop is the Rapha Café. It's a fantastic dedicated cycling cafe and shop, of course, for Rafa clothing, and this is going to be my next stop. Definitely a great stop at Rapha London. Coffee is great, the atmosphere is fantastic, and I have to say I'm not a big Rapha customer, and of course I'm proudly collaborating with Siroko now, but I really appreciate what they are doing for diversity and inclusion. I have to say, whatever you want to see it as a marketing move, I don't really mind, because the end aim is of course very, very important, and yes, they're doing a great job on that aspect. You can always see nice bikes, the fantastic Cannondale, all with the Palace livery, and great clothes anyway. If you are a Rapha fan, definitely is your prime location in central London, and even if you're not, a great place anyway. I'm going back home now, and I hope you enjoyed this West London quick trip. It's still a great place to ride a bike, London, even in traffic. I really don't mind, because I love to see all these different type of buildings and areas that come all along. London is a place where heritage and modernity still can exist, tradition and innovation all in one place. Pinarello, Colnagos and Canyon with rim brakes still can live together happily, hopefully. Yes guys, hope you enjoyed. See you to the next video. Ciao.